What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Welcome back to another episode of our career mode. Episode 10, I believe, and we are playing our last game of the 50 over competition. Now, as you can see underneath our player, we are currently sitting in first position. A win here today, I believe, would see us win the one-day cup. We've won the three-day one already, so we're looking to go for the double, and then we'll look to go for the treble with the 2020s that are coming up after that. If you guys enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like, smash that like button. If you are new, please do subscribe. But without any further ado, let's get into our final 50 over game of the season. Alright, so we've lost the toss. We were sent in to have a bowl. The game's pretty evenly poised at the moment, to be fair, with a score at 2 for 131 off... we get an edge first ball of 26 overs, so about the halfway stage of the innings, which we won't be too disappointed about. And just like that, we have actually gone off for a weather stoppage. So rain is affecting this game, and I was just going to say, we've been delayed to 30 overs. So it's a 26 now, which means that we are going to get to bowl Stuffle once again, which I don't really want in this final game of the season. I wanted to bowl our full complement of 10, and just like that, Jonker has gone and said, you know what, there's only 3.5 overs left now, I'm going to go pump you for a 111 metre 6. Just the second ball of our spell, and we could potentially be quite expensive here with just, well, we don't even have 4 overs. We've got basically 2 overs potentially that we can have a bowl to, so I'm going to have to go and try and make the most of it. No point doing any editing, just because, you know, there isn't going to be a whole lot going on. So we'll talk about what is happening around the world cricket-wise. Going to start off first with the Kiwis and the West Indians, or the Windians. So that game finished yesterday on day 4, with the Kiwis doing very well, to be fair, winning by an innings in 60-odd runs. That was on the back of Neil Wagner, just absolutely killing it, to be fair, in the first innings. Another 6. My God, we're getting pumped here. But he took 7, I think, for 39. West Indies were all out for about 150 odd. New Zealand declared 500, and Jesus Christ, there's another one. So that is 3. That is 19 off the over, 3 sixes, and we are just getting absolutely pumped here. I guess that's what happens when you've got 4 overs left, and you've got basically 8 wickets in hand. So we didn't even get to bowl that second over, which is understandable because we did go for 19. And here we go now, coming in, so that averages above 50 in our 9 games that we have played. We do require just 14 off 15, so we're in a very good situation here to see the side home, which is what we'll be looking to do. But as I said, New Zealand on the back of that 500 odd. Colin de Gronholm got his maiden one-day 100. He now has the second fastest Test 100 for a New Zealander with 71 runs. I think he broke up Brendan McCullum from being in the top 3, which is an effort in itself, I guess. And Tom Blundell scored 1 on debut as well, the wicket-keeper batsman, so that's very good for him. Henry Nicholls had a good knock as well, I think of about 60 odd, which would be good for his confidence. And this episode really has been quite short, to be fair, because we have gone and won it. Dodson scored 107 off 78, so I can't even remember what he was on when I came in. Ourselves, personally, we had a pretty low and slow game, to be fair. So we did just bowl the 1 over, we went for 19, which I guess is pretty understandable when you come in as a batsman and there is only, you know, you find out there's only 4 overs left to go and there's 8 wickets left in hand. Both the batsmen were in as well, they were set at the time, so they just teed off, and unfortunately it was us who was in there, only bowling that 1 over, which I guess, you know, you would come to expect. And we did only face, I believe, the 1 ball as well. So we did only face a 1 ball. So 4 off 1, which you can't really get too much more perfect than that unless you had gone and pumped it for a 6. But that is the game. I did have so much more that I wanted to talk about. But, and I think actually, I've only just noticed that my singlet is green, and it's kind of gone a bit green screen on the whole thing, because you can see the West Hobart logo actually on my top at the moment, so that's quite cool. And now it has disappeared. But yeah, New Zealand and then West Indies were only about 200 and something. No, they must have been more than that. They were about 300 and something in reply. Matt Henry got 3 in the second innings. I think Wagner got a couple, Bolt got a couple. So everyone really went and chipped in that one there. The day-night Ashes test that we will talk about. Australia batting first. Sean Marsh, the 100. That's been the big talking point around the cricket world at the moment. Scoring that, so good on him for going and doing that. He's silenced quite a few, you would probably say, of the haters, of the doubters. With that 100 in the first innings. I think it's the first pink ball. It's the first day-night Ashes Test 100 as well. So he does have that record to his name. We've actually got quite a lot of points here, so I'm just going to go and put up some bowling, just because we do have quite a bit. In reply, England did fall 215 runs short. I think Paddy Cummins bowled well. Nathan Lyon took forfeit, and I think Stark took 3, Hazelwood just the 1. When I did last check though, Australia did have the chance, and Steve Smith did have the chance to send England in on the follow-on, which is something that does not happen very often at all. It must be said, in I guess Australian history, after they went and lost a game where I think they put a team into follow on and then they ended up scoring like 600 or something, so it hasn't happened since then. But when I did last check in the night session, they were 52, I believe, for 4, so they still had a lead, you know, of roughly around 270, which possibly could be enough. They'll be looking to bat out most of day 4, probably send England in under the lights, and look to try and get a couple of wickets on the evening session of day 4. But that is it. India and Sri Lanka going on as well, but we will not have time for that. West Hobart finished first in the Tasmanian Cup season, so I'm not sure if there is actually... Oh, there is actually a final. Oh, that is awesome. Because this is a shorter episode, we're going to go and get into the final. We're going to play that as well. Alright, we're here in the final, which is absolutely awesome. There has been a weather delay. You wouldn't think it though. Absolutely beautiful scenes here at the West Hobart Oval. But the game has been shortened to just 40 overs a side. I think that means that we are going to get 8 overs in bowling. And, I mean, to be fair, with 40 overs, you're kind of still looking, you would have to say, probably at around that 250 as a pass score. So we will be looking to try and contain that. That is going to work perfectly as well, because Rutherford has just absolutely creamed one, it must be said, to extra cover. We get our first wicket, I believe, just second ball of our spell. And as I said, that absolutely flew off the bat. But we will take it. We'll take the first wicket. Let's go and get some more. Let's try and contain the Stratham side. Oh, catch! Yes! Oh, we've got 2 in the first 4 balls, boys. And Stratham are struggling here. That one there was just... He just tried to play it around the corner. Just hook it around the corner. Pull it around the corner. Whatever you want to say. And it has just gone straight to the man. Didn't even have to move. And he's chucked it up in the air. You absolute beauty. As I said, 2 in the first 4 balls. And we're on absolute fire here. Oh, good shot that. Finally breaks the shackles. It's actually gone for a 6. We did have 9 dot balls in a row before that, but Yates has said, enough of that. You're going up over, I guess probably mid-wicket is where he put us, and just deposited us into the crowd. Catch that, keeper! Oh! It was up in the air. Leg slip would have taken it, surely. I thought the keeper was going to get there. He kind of just stood with concrete in his feet. Alright, so we've had a bit of a spell. Stratham are now 9 down for just 113. And you'd have to say that things are not looking good for them here. That one is going to be rebowled. That is a big wide. A huge wide. But we're currently 2 for 8. We've bowled just the 3 overs. Obviously, we got that double wicket maiden to start things off. We'll be looking to try and pick up another one here, because you have to think that sooner rather than later, the Stratham side is going to get eliminated from this batting innings. They're going to be done and dusted, and that one there has just missed the outside edge of Gomes' bat. Oh, pick that up. Missed the outside edge, second ball. 4th ball's gone for a 99 metre 6. Oh, catch that, please. Yes, we get it, boys. Another one, another attempted puller hook shot. And I don't know what it is about the last wicket. This always seems to happen, is that the player comes down, it seems to be like he's not out, does a bit of gardening on the pitch. But that is not the case. We're going to skip the replay, because no need for that. And Stratham are gone for 120 in this final. You'd have to say, the way that West Hobart have played, and I guess the way we played in that last round robin game, I guess that we probably should go and get there quite comfortably. It doesn't look like it is the case, because we are going to be required with the bat, that average still of just below 52, sorry. And as you can see, we do only need 49 off 155, so there's plenty of time. We do not need to go out and do anything silly like that in this situation. Oh, worked away fine. Is that going to go all the way to the boundary rope? You betcha. First boundary of the innings for Cliff. And we are starting to get a roll on here, boys. Oh, worked nicely into the gap. It is... Actually, you know what? We'll come back for 2. That is well played. Oh, shot that. Through the covers. Not going to have enough to get to the boundary, it must be said, but we will take on the arm. Great running there by Cliff as he gets back for the 3rd. Oh, and again, through the covers. This one here timed possibly a little bit better, and it is going to get there for a 4, boys. I think that moves us on to 17 off 12. We're racing away, moving towards this 130 with great pace. Oh, and this has worked away too. It's full. It's outside off. It was probably outside the wide line, but it has just been helped along its way for back-to-back boundaries. Go the ball. Go the ball. We need 3 to win. It's gone for 4. We get the winning runs. We win ourselves the one-day championship, the one-day title, whatever you want to call it. We finish it off with a 4. Just on the pads, glanced away. That has been a big area for us here today, run-wise. And we have now scored 200 of our 1,207 runs that we need. And there we are, lifting the trophy aloft. Get in, boys. West Hobart, we won the 3-day comp. We didn't get a trophy for that. We won. We finished first in the 1-day comp. We won the final. We went and got in. We had a pretty good game ourselves, to be fair. Man of the match, player of the match in the final as well, with our 3 for 14, I believe. Yeah, just off the 3.5 overs, so very good there. And then getting the second top score, 33 off 29 at the back end of the innings to see the side home, pick ourselves up the victory. Technically our second piece of silverware in this career mode, and you got to be pumped about that. You got to be excited about that. If you are, make sure to drop a like on this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are new, please do subscribe. Social media links are down below in the description, so go and check me out down there. And until next time, ka kite anō, see you soon.